the economic developments and political climate of the 1970s. Its story is connected not only to the coinage system but also to the broader historical narrative of the Philippines during the era of President Ferdinand Marcos. Let's dive into its long and detailed history. The coin features José Rizal, the Philippine national hero, whose works and martyrdom sparked the movement toward independence from Spanish rule. The reverse shows the coat of arms of the Republic of the Philippines, which includes the sun, 3 stars, and symbols representing the nation's sovereignty. The denomination 1 peso is prominently displayed. The 1970 1 peso coin was made of nickel brass, giving it a golden appearance. It was fairly large compared to today's 1 peso coins, making it a bold and noticeable piece in circulation. Size and weight. It was heavier and wider than the modern peso coins, aligning with the international trend of larger coinage in the mid-20th century. 1970 President Ferdinand Marcos declared martial law, which lasted until 1981. By 1974, the Philippines was under strict authoritarian rule. The coin, therefore, circulated during a time of intense political control, rapid infrastructure projects, and significant social changes. The Philippines in the 1970s faced economic challenges, including inflation and rising oil prices due to the 1973 oil crisis. Larger denomination coins like the 1 peso became increasingly important as the value of money shifted. The coin was part of the Ng Bagong Lipunan New Society movement introduced by Marcos. Many coins from the mid-1970s carried the inscription Ng Bagong Lipunan in later issues, symbolizing his vision of a restructured society. However, the 1974 peso still maintained the traditional design featuring Rizal and the coat of arms, serving as a bridge between older designs and the upcoming new society coinage. 1 peso 1974 was among the first peso coins of the 1970s following the introduction of the decimal system in the 1960s. It represented the transition into modern Philippine currency. Unlike the peso bills of the same era, the coin was more durable and circulated widely, often used in everyday transactions like jeepney fares, sari-sari store purchases, and small market trades. Because of its large size and distinct golden color, many Filipinos nicknamed it and remembered it as a heavy coin compared to modern standards. The 1974 1 peso coin is considered collectible, especially in uncirculated or proof condition. Circulated examples are common, as millions were minted for everyday use, but pristine versions, with minimal wear, fetch higher prices among numismatists. Special sets issued by the Central Bank of the Philippines, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, included proof and mint state coins, which are now rarer and more valuable. The 197 1 peso coin belongs to a very important chapter in Philippine numismatics, struck during the rule of President Ferdinand Marcos. It represents a moment when the nation's currency was both a tool of commerce and a subtle reflection of political ideology. Unlike smaller denominations, the peso carried greater symbolic and economic weight, making this coin one of the most used and remembered coins of its era. A obverse of the coin proudly bears the portrait of José Rizal, the country's most celebrated national hero. Rizal's inclusion was not just an artistic choice, but a deliberate nationalistic message. His writings and martyrdom were tied to the Philippines' struggle for independence, and by placing him on the currency, the government reinforced a patriotic identity, even during times of authoritarian rule. The reverse, the Philippine coat of arms, symbolized sovereignty. It features the sun and stars representing Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, along with the eagle and lion symbolizing the United States and Spain, nations that once colonized the Philippines. By 1974, these symbols highlighted both the colonial past and the assertion of independence. The coin entered circulation 2 years after Marcos declared martial law in 1972. This was a period of tight state control, censorship, and centralized power. Even the currency was carefully designed to reflect stability and national progress, aligning with the political propaganda of the time. 1970s saw Marcos introducing his vision of a Bagong Lipunan new society. While the 1974 peso itself did not yet carry the Bagong Lipunan marking, it was part of the transition. 5 Sentimo coin is part of the Flora and Fauna Series, which was issued by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas (BSP) between 1983 and 1994, with a few minting extensions in the mid-1990s. Although its face value is small, it represents an important chapter in the Philippines' numismatic history and reflects both the cultural identity and economic shifts of the nation. When the coin was introduced, it was intended to replace older designs from the Anggi Bagong Lipunan series of the 1970s and early 1980s. The new series adopted a more modern look and celebrated the country's rich natural heritage. The 1995-5 Sentimo coin prominently features the Philippine flower, the wailing orchid Vanda Sanderiana, known as the Queen of Philippine Flowers due to its beauty and rarity. This symbol was chosen to highlight biodiversity conservation at a time when environmental awareness in the Philippines was gaining ground. On the obverse front side, the coin bears the inscription Republica ng Pilipinas along the top, with the year 1995 positioned beneath. The BSP emblem is not yet on this series, as it was introduced later in the NGC series of 1995 onward. The reverse backside carries the denomination 25 Sentimo, with the depiction of the wailing orchid, its petals gracefully designed to reflect the delicate balance of nature. The coin was made from copper nickel clad steel, giving it a silver-like appearance while keeping production costs low. It has a diameter of 17 millimeters and a smooth edge. While small in size, its sturdy metal composition allowed it to circulate widely in markets, sari-sari stores, jeepney fairs, and school canteens during the mid to late 1990s. Economically, the mid-1990s was a period of gradual modernization for the Philippines. The 25 Sentimo coin, though of low value, played a key role in everyday transactions, especially for exact change before inflation diminished its purchasing power. At the time, 25 centavos could still buy small candies, a piece of gum, or serve as part of bus or jeepney fares. The late 1990s and early 2000s, however, inflation rendered the 25 Sentimo less significant in daily commerce, and many coins were left unused or stored away. This natural decline in circulation means that finding 1995-5 Sentimo coins in excellent uncirculated condition today is not as common as it might seem. Collectors value them as part of the complete Flora and Fauna set, especially when the coin's details remain sharp and untarnished. Historically, the 1995 mintage marks the tail end of the Flora and Fauna series before the Philippines fully shifted to the improved Flora and Fauna series and later the BSP coin series in the early 2000s. It stands as a bridge between traditional coin designs that honored national symbols and the more security-focused designs of modern Philippine currency. In numismatics, the 1995 25 Sentimo may not command a high market. The Anggi Bagong Lipunan series during the administration of President Ferdinand Marcos. At the time, the Philippines was modernizing its currency system, phasing out lower-value coins, and introducing higher denominations to keep up with inflation. The 5 Piso coin became one of the highest circulating coin values, bridging the gap between small denominations and banknotes. Earlier, the 5 Piso was issued as a banknote 5 bill, but the government gradually replaced it with a coin for durability and cost efficiency. 2005 5 Piso coin belongs to the BSP coin series, first introduced in 1995 by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, BSP. This series was designed to simplify the look of Philippine coins. Improve security features and reduce production costs. 2005. The coin had already been in circulation for a decade, but the minting of new coins continued, with each bearing the year of issue. 2005 5 Piso coin features Emilio Aguinaldo, the first president of the Philippines, who led the country in the Declaration of Independence from Spain on June 12, 1898. His portrait was chosen to symbolize Philippine sovereignty and national pride. Featuring Aguinaldo, the coin tied Philippine currency to the memory of independence. Aguinaldo was a revolutionary general and later president of the First Philippine Republic. His inclusion on the coin reinforced Filipino heritage, especially for younger generations' inflationary pressures, making the 5 Piso coin an essential part of everyday transactions. It was commonly used in jeepney fairs, wet markets, sari-sari stores, and small retail exchanges. 5 Piso note, once widely used, had almost completely disappeared from circulation. By 2005, coins last longer than banknotes, which was why the BSP fully shifted the denomination to coinage. 5 Piso 2005 was widely circulated throughout the country. It was durable, heavy compared to smaller denominations, and often accumulated in households' coin jars. It was a key denomination for transportation, fairs, and small goods during the mid-2000s. However, its plain design and similar color to the 1 Piso coin caused confusion among the public. This issue would later push BSP to introduce new coin designs. 2005, 5 peso coin continued to circulate until 2018, when BSP launched the new generation currency and GC. Coin series. In the new series, the 5 peso coin was redesigned to feature Andres Bonifacio, another revolutionary hero, and given a unique nonagon 9-sided shape to avoid confusion with the 1 peso coin. Even after its demonetization in 2021, many Filipinos still kept the 2005 5 peso coin as a collectible or souvenir because of its connection to Aguinaldo and the BSP series. 2005 5 peso coin is generally common since millions were minted for circulation. In circulated condition, its value remains Philippine peso 5. In uncirculated or mint condition, collectors may pay slightly more, around Philippine peso 20, Philippine peso 50, depending on demand. Full sets of the BSP coin series 5 peso Oscar 5 peso coin ever existed. The Philippine peso 5 denomination was issued as a banknote. In the 1940s-1970s, the Philippines used the Philippine peso 5 bill, featuring different heroes such as Andres Bonifacio and later Ferdinand